I used to track my healing like it had a deadline, like there was a finish line somewhere, and if I just worked hard enough, I'd cross it and be done. So when I had a bad week, the old anxiety creeping back, or reacting to things the exact same way I swore I wouldn't, I didn't just feel disappointed, I felt behind because I thought I'd be further along by now. But somehow it felt like I was failing some kind of schedule nobody actually gave me. I think a lot of people trying to heal understand this feeling. You've been putting in the work, therapy, journaling, meditation, whatever it looks like for you. For a while, it actually feels like it's working. You feel lighter, more like yourself. And then one random Tuesday, you're right back at it. The same spiral, same old reaction to something that shouldn't even bother you anymore. And the first thought is, wait, I already dealt with this. That kind of discouragement is unique. It's not just feeling bad, it's feeling bad about still feeling bad, if you know what I mean. Recently, I noticed something about myself. So I've been practicing letting go of expectations, especially expectations towards other people, like trying to accept the way people actually are instead of holding on to some ideas of how they should show up. Of course, it's not easy, but I honestly thought I was getting better at it. Then something happened with someone close to me. Basically, they didn't respond the way I hoped, and the old disappointment came back with the same familiar sting. But what surprised me wasn't the hurt itself. Hurting is just human. What actually surprised me was how much I blamed myself for still having that reaction, for not being over it by now. I realized I wasn't just struggling with the expectation I had of them. I was struggling with the expectation I had of myself. I expected healing to mean I would become someone who didn't have these moments anymore. Here's something I've had to accept, not just say out loud. Healing is not a straight line. It's more like a spiral. You keep encountering the same issues, the same wound, the same trigger, but each time you're a little different. You notice it a little faster, you're a little less swept away by it. Now, from the inside, that can feel like going backwards, like, oh great, this again. But the truth is, the old you didn't recognize it. The old you was just in it, with no idea what was even happening. Catching yourself in a familiar pattern, even if it stings, isn't going backwards. That's proof that you're not the same person who first walked into it. I think when we get impatient with our own healing, it's often not about the pace. It's just that we want to stop hurting. Which, fair, that's such a human thing to want. But wanting it to be over doesn't make it a project you can finish early. And to be clear, this doesn't mean you're stuck here forever, circling the same pain with the same intensity. Most of the time, the spiral doesn't stay the same size. It widens. So the same trigger that used to knock you down for 2 weeks might now only affect you for 2 days, then 2 hours, and eventually just a fleeting moment that you notice and let go of. That's what healing really is. Not the total absence of the old wound, but more space around it. Here's something small you can try next time you catch yourself back in an old pattern. Instead of blaming yourself, just notice how long it took you this time. Did it take you 2 days to come out of it when it used to take 2 weeks? Did you catch yourself mid spiral instead of 3 hours in? You're not measuring whether the feeling came back because it's going to come back sometimes since we're not always in control of our thoughts. Instead, you're measuring how long you stayed there. And this number usually moves in the right direction, even on the weeks that feel like a setback. If you thought you'd be further along by now, I hope you know that you're not behind. There's no schedule to healing. There never was one. The fact that this is hard again doesn't mean you're back at the beginning. The person who handled it the first time is still here, maybe a little tired, but still showing up and doing their best with what today handed them. And that is not a failure or a setback. That is what being human actually looks like while you heal. That is what I have for you today. Thank you for spending your time with me. And if that resonated, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new here, this is the kind of conversation we have together every week, so I hope you stick around. As always, take care of your heart, be present, be kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!